Well, here we are on day 3 of Finding Direction from God, and today's theme is Seeking God's Voice. Jeremiah 29:13 is a powerful reminder that God longs to be found by us. It requires intentional seeking on our part. And as we reflect on this passage, we're reminded of seasons in our lives where we felt uncertain about our next steps. And during those times, we can often feel ourselves rushing to make decisions, relying on our own wisdom or logic, and only turning to God when we feel confused or stuck. However, in moments of transition, like moving into a new phase of life or ministry, it becomes even more crucial to seek God's voice with intentionality. And we've learnt that seeking God is not just about asking for direction, but about aligning our hearts with His. It's about setting aside our plans, our desires, and our need for control, and coming before Him with an open heart ready to listen. And there have been times when we've sought God in prayer, but our heart was distracted or half-hearted. And in those moments, we can realise that we weren't truly giving Him the space to speak. It's easy to fill our days with noise and our own thoughts and the advice of others, all the business of life, and to forget that God often speaks in the quiet. And seeking God with all our heart means that we have to be intentional about creating the space for Him. And as we start to incorporate times of silence, fasting and deeper prayer into our routines, not just out of obligation, but because we generally want to hear His voice. And as we do, we begin to notice how clearly God is speaking, whether through scripture or a sense of peace or even a conversation with others. God's guidance becomes more evident when we seek Him in our priority. If you're in a place where you're needing direction, I encourage you to set aside intentional time to seek God, not just with words, but with your whole heart. And sometimes it means sitting in silence, fasting from distractions, or simply being still in His presence. God's promises that when we seek Him earnestly, we will find Him. He is not a distant or silent. He desires to guide us, but we must tune our hearts to listen. And as we seek God's voice, be open to what He may reveal. It may not always be the answer you expect, but it will always be what you need. So trust that as you seek Him, He will faithfully lead you to the next phase of your journey.